wanted to do. I really wanted to go live like horizontally, but I wasn't able to do that before. So now we are. Hello, hello, hello. Hopefully you guys can all hear me. I am going to be doing some sewing today. So let's see if I can make it so that you guys can actually see what we're doing. There we go. Hello, everyone. All right, we have a sewing day today. Let me just shut my door. Okay. Hello. All right. Yay. Okay. So today I'm going to be doing some roll pinning for a corset. Ooh, don't do that. Bad idea. Okay. No, I don't want lighting on. I'm still trying to get used to how to do all of this stuff. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know how to use this thing. I'm still trying to figure out how to use YouTube Live. So today we're going to be doing some corset making. And yeah, I've got pattern pieces, and we're going to do some roll pinning today. Yes, that'll do. So I'm not sure how to get the chat. How do I get the chat? Oh, messages are visible. There we go. Okay, cool. Oh wow, that's very bright. can't see any comments at the moment, so if you have commented anything, I'm sorry. I thought I'd set it up so that it would come through, but I haven't seen it so far. Okay. Oh, it says all messages should be visible. There we go. Now it's coming through. Hi. I am currently making a corset, and this is a technique called roll pinning, so that I can pin the lace onto the underlay fabric, and it'll go around the curve. Because if we have the lace at the same angle, once it goes around the body, the lace will be too tight. Because, oh, let me see if I can show you this, but it's all pinned together at the moment. Okay, this is the base of the corset. You can see how I've created this like smooth structure. It's really stiff, but it's going to be really like soft and comfortable on the body. So that is the outer layer, which is the lace, but it's still going to have like appliques onto it as well. So there is the lace and the underlay, and it's going to go on this base. And I've already put the lining on the inside and everything. So, oh yeah, I'm just trying to hold that in place. So yeah, I am currently roll pinning all of the other pieces to go around here. There we go. I've got to try and store it curved as well. Yes, it is a wedding corset. So a bridal corset, whatever anybody wants to call it. I've got to make sure to look up regularly because it doesn't like ping me to say that I've got a comment or something. It just sort of like barely pops up. It's weird. I'm trying to make an effort to go live more often, especially on YouTube here. We'll see how it goes. It was raining here earlier and it was really nice, but it's back to being hot and humid again. We had the power go out a couple of times last night, which was so annoying. Because I was here sewing at the time and I was like, nope, don't, I need to get this done. Please don't go out. I'm really excited to go back to uni in a couple of weeks. Oh, it's going to be so much fun. It's going to be a lot, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Yes, it is. I think that's probably the other reason why I really wanted to do lives on a more regular basis, is because I get to really sit down and focus. Whereas I've got so many other things going on, as you know, that I'm just like, I need time to sit and just be still and do these things, because this is my form of like active meditation. I love doing this, and I get to sort of just chill out, calm down for a little bit, and I can also chat to some people on here as well, which is really lovely. some more thunder. Ooh, you have some thunder. Thunder and lightning, very, very frightening me. Galileo, Galileo. I know why I do that every single time. It is. It is a little bit weird. For anybody watching the replay of this, I'm getting text messages at the same time as getting messages in the chat. Which I think is really cool. So, yeah, I'm used to having a lot more engagement on my other channel because I have a lot more followers over there. But, yeah, I'm trying to sort of make an effort to go on here a lot more often because I'm putting a lot more of my content out onto YouTube, and it's a much more, I think it's much more aligned with what I want to be doing with all of my content and everything. It's really annoying how none of the comments actually stay. It's so frustrating. They just fade after a couple of seconds and it's really frustrating. I should see if I can get the stream up onto my laptop actually and use that as being able to keep track of all my chat. There is quite a lot more to do on it. I think there are certain steps with this corset that I can go quickly and other ones that I can go slowly. So the ones that I did fairly quickly was like all of the mock-up process. I was able to get that done in just a couple of weeks because I was able to stitch together the mock-up pretty quickly. The pattern making was all done pretty quickly. I can't wait to share all the photos and everything that I've taken from the first mock-up, the second mock-up, and then the third mock-up because like it's a really interesting process. And even she was like, she was getting a little bit worried by the second mock-up, and I was like, just wait. We got the general idea of it first. Now let me put some curves into it. And once she put on the third corset, she was like, oh, this is it. And I'm like, yes, this is exactly what I needed to do. I needed to get the general idea of it first, and then I'll put some curves into it exactly where they need to be. And she was so much happy with the third one. So that's the pattern that I'm working on right now. So that was fairly quick. I was able to get like a mock-up done in like a couple of hours. Exactly, trust the process. Yeah, a lot of people forget that at first it's not going to look that great because we've just got to get the idea done first, and then we can refine it over time. And then, so once she got to the third one, it looks completely different. Like it was able to fully close all the way because I found where all of her curves were, and I was able to put that into the mock-up. And I mean, the pattern itself completely changed. So yeah, I was really, really happy with how it fit on her, and she was so happy with it as well. And it's great as well because I was able to use the pattern that I developed for my advanced corsetry class. So in that aspect, I was able to video the entire process with her permission, of course. And I'm going to be like doing like a case study in the advanced corset making course, and I can show them the entire process. And I'm like, okay, here is the pattern, here is all the adjustments, and it's exactly the same as what I showed you in the course. Here are all the different techniques that I use, and I've showed you how to do every single one of them in the course. So we've got external boning channels, we've got roll pinning, we've got the multi-layered stuff. The only thing that's new is the putting the wadding onto it to create that smooth layer, which is what I'll be teaching them in the course as well after I've done all of this. So yeah, this is I'm really quite chuffed that it's actually worked quite so well, and I was able to use all of the techniques and all the tools and stuff that I've put into my course already, and I can just ta-da! Yeah, I'm kind of chuffed with this one. There we go. So now I just need to trim all of this off. No, it that way. I think I've definitely got to find a better way of streaming, because this is really difficult to be able to get it all done on my phone. I need to figure out a way to do it on my laptop, and yeah. There we go. There's a pattern piece. Ta-da! And that's all roll pinned in place so that the lace itself is just slightly too big, but when it's actually going around the curve, it's going to curve really nice and smoothly. Yay! That one goes there. Ta-da! I love this lace. It's really beautiful. I'm so glad I found it. Yeah, and it just fits really well with the theme as well. So now I'm just putting it around my little tailor's ham, and I make it so that the bigger section of the tailor's ham is like at the top, so the top of the pattern piece, because that's where the rib cage will be. But when I'm doing it that way, and the bottom section is where the hip is, so it needs just a little bit more of a curve. So this tailor's ham works really well. There you go. Some people prefer to pin it, but I prefer to hand baste it in place. It works really well. Less pins I have to work with, the better. I'm literally just doing a running stitch. That's all it is. How? Can you write that again? How what? I missed it. Oh no. Oh, come on, comments. Why aren't they staying? How what? Oh, how many more pieces do I have to do? There is 6, 7, about 14, 15 pieces. I didn't roll pin the front piece, but the front piece is a combination of pattern 1, which is cut on the fold, so that's both halves, and then 2. So I've put them together and then I've just laid the lace over the both of those. I'm not going to roll pin that one. No, I'm not going to roll pin it. It's fine. Yeah, I've got about 14 pieces, but it goes really quickly. Like it gets done really quick compared to in corset making time frame. It does get pretty quickly. I feel like I need a hot chocolate or something. Nah, I'll be right. I need some water. I didn't bring any water with me. Dang it. I'll have to go and get some in a minute. I don't know if you can hear the lo-fi that I've got on in the background at the moment. The mic probably cuts out a lot of the sound. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go and get my computer, and I'm going to see if I can get the sound to work a little bit better, and so I can see all the comments. So, yeah, because I can't see any of the comments coming through, and that's really frustrating. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, my knees are cracking so bad. Okay. Yes, that one. hear it now? All right. There we go. Now I can see all the comments. All right. There we go. Yes. Okay. I can see the comments now, but they're over here on my laptop. So I don't want to cut off the top of my head, but also I want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing here. So, yeah. It's so weird because I'm lagging over there as well. So I'm like, this is so weird. All right. Yeah, my mic is probably cutting out. Oh, you can hear it now. Okay, so I've turned it up quite a bit. That's okay. It's Lo-Fi Girl. Hopefully I don't get flagged for copyright. I'm just listening to background music and I'm enjoying it. I should probably actually turn it down. I don't want to get flagged for copyright or something. There we go. Yeah. I was trying to see what the lag is for my my laptop. It's a couple of seconds behind, but it's okay. All right. So it really only takes like a couple of minutes per pattern piece, and I keep track of them because I've got these little pattern number 4 for the right hand side. Yeah. So if I was doing it and I wasn't like on live or anything, it usually only takes me like a couple of minutes to do each one. That's fine. There we go. Yeah. Good morning. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Thank you. He's listening. Did you do that? Oh, it's so much better. That was smart. Thank you so much. I definitely needed it. Thank you. Oh, I need to check something. All right. Yep, that's done. There we go. Sorry, I just had to fix something up in my channel. Yes, all of the pieces have to be done before I can do the next step. So the next step after this is to stitch them all together. And then I'll be attaching it to the rest of the corset. So once it's all stitched, we'll have the 3 layers all together. And then, so I've already put the lining in here, and it's just like a floating lining. It's not actually connected to this part here. It's only just pinned in place. And then we're going to have this layer, which is on all the way around the outside. And then it's going to be mostly all connected using a bias binding that I'll put along the top and the bottom. I'm thinking there will be a couple of spots where I will have to sort of like attach it all together, but we'll see. We'll see how it all fits later on. But for now, well, it's all going to be attached on at the back as well, because I've got lacing panels and a zipper panel in the back as well. So I've got there's a couple of different ways that it will be attached, but this has to be done before I could do anything else. So yeah, step by step. I can't really do anything else in the meantime. It's nice actually, because like the whole corset making process is you do things really quickly and then you do things really slowly, and then eventually once you get all the pieces together, then everything sort of just comes in together. It's really nice. It's very meditative. I've actually been watching some Star Wars while I do this so far. While I've been doing a lot of pattern making and doing a lot of sewing and stuff, I've had like The Mandalorian on in the background. I watched all 3 seasons of Mandalorian. while I was doing all of this, and now that I finished that one, I'm up to, I was watching the last 3 episodes of the Skywalker movies, and I'm up to the last one, Rise of Skywalker. I was watching the other 2 last night because I've got to kind of have it in the background while I'm doing all of this. Yeah, it's either I either have music on in the background, or I've got a show on, or just something in the background, because my brain kind of gets really distracted, and if it doesn't have anything else to sort of distract it, and I end up making mistakes in this, or I get frustrated with it. So I need something to distract the tornado that happens in the back of my brain. Should call it the Tassie Devil. Keeps running tornadoes around in my brain. There we go. Panel number 5. You ready for that? No, I can't. Okay. Out things around. There we go. I wonder if there's a breeze outside. I'm gonna see if there's a breeze outside and open up my window. It is hot in here. See if that helps. This one, the final corset, I started working on it a couple of days ago. It's been about 3 or 4 days. Yeah, but I'm very motivated to get this one done because obviously the wedding's coming up very, very soon. And it has to be sent down to Tassie. I wish I could go to the wedding itself because it's for my friend, but unfortunately not. Not in the cards for me right now. I'm kind of making this corset at the same time as doing a bunch of other things. So yeah, it's at least with this one, I know all the techniques, I know how to do it, and I've already kind of constructed in my head of the different processes that I need to take in order to make everything. The only thing that I learnt new with this one is the padding process for it. So thankfully I was able to at least do that twice. The process, like the whole thing, even the fittings and everything, it's been a couple of weeks. Because I think, when did I speak to her about it? I think I spoke to her about it on, I think it's been about 3 or 4 weeks. And I pretty much got started the same day that we talked about it, because I was like, yeah, absolutely, I'd love to make this corset for you. And I already had a lot of things, because a lot of this is from my stash. Conception, I would say about 3 weeks. 3, maybe 4 weeks, I think. The mock-up and the fitting process, that's what takes the longest, I think. Even though me, like adjust, thankfully I already had a pattern that I could use, then I could just adjust. Yeah, I had to ship it down to her, do the fitting over Zoom, and then ship it back to me. I think the shipping process is what takes the longest. So we did it all via express as well, but it still took a couple of days to get down there and then a couple of days to get back. And yeah, so I think it took about 2.5 weeks at like minimum to get the pattern finalized. And yeah, I was able to go through my stash. I had a lot of the fabrics already. So like this was like leftover from an old bridal corset that I'd made, and I had just enough to make this one here. And I've probably got like just a little bit more to make the, just in case anything went wrong. And I got this fabric. I think I had this in my stash as well. So this is a charmeuse fabric. So it's slightly thicker, slightly different texture to chiffon fabric. It's very handy. I love having leftovers, it's great. And I had that in my stash as well. And that's what I've made here. So this is for the sleeve. So this is a really cute little, like a slightly puffy sleeve that's gonna go over the shoulder. What else did I get? So I think the lace is what I got new, and that was from a liquidation and discontinued store. So it was like, it's not, like it was so cheap, it was so good. And then, somebody outside next door. What else was there? I think I got the lining new. So I got this one here new as well, but it's a really nice lawn fabric. So that was fairly cheap as well. I think honestly the most expensive thing that I bought for this was this, the boning for it. And I've used every part of it. There was 10 meters, I think. Yeah, 10.8 meters. And I used it in 3 mock-ups and now the final one. Actually 2 final ones, because I had to use a whole heap in the first trial corset. So there's quite a few in there as well. Yeah. So when people say that they use like 10 meters of boning, it's like the entire process for all the mock-ups and any trials that you need to do for the final corset. So I'm glad I gave myself the chance to figure out how to do that. Yeah, and just allow myself the time to do the proper techniques for everything. So in total, it's been about a month, and that's only because I am on break time from uni. I don't have any other projects, sewing projects happening at the moment. I do have other studies, which I'm almost finished with. I'm almost finished. And a lot of other stuff in the background. So I've been working on this one like late at night and stuff. So I can hopefully get this one here done soon. This is panel number 7.5. So this is the outside of the zipper at the back. So it's going to have a zipper attachment onto this one. I did get rid of a lot of my fabric stash when we moved down here. But it was kind of like really old fabrics, ones that weren't, I knew I wasn't going to use, or like, well, not that I wouldn't use at some point, but just like, I had to cut it down to a couple of bins, which I'm very sad about, because I'm sure that I would have used at least some of it in my studies, because you never know what they're going to ask you to make. But that's okay. I'm really happy that we've got a secondhand fabric store down here, and they work really well with my uni as well. So yeah, it's going to be really cool. I was actually really excited because the fabric that I originally was going to use for these sleeves was not the right color. I don't know if you can definitely keep too much. Depends. Like if I wasn't really sewing very much, then yeah, but I do a lot of sewing. I do a lot of different things, and I get inspiration to make a lot of different things. So I'm like, it's great to have the fabric there, but that's all right. Having that secondhand fabric store is great, because when I needed to go and get a replacement for the fabric for the sleeve, this one here, this is it's all going to be gathered onto this part here. I was like, oh, I should go to Spotlight and I should go and see what they've got, to see if they've got something. And then I was like, hang on, I have this secondhand store like just down the road from me, like barely 5 minutes away. So I should go down there and maybe see if something is there. They had the exact fabric in the exact color, and only about, I think it was like 1.2 meters or something. And I'm like, how is this possible? How is that they have the exact color and the exact fabric that I needed? Oh, it was ridiculous. And it was like $9.50 or something. So I was so happy to see that. Yeah. So I just picked it up. I was able to grab it, and ta-da! I had the exact fabric, and it's secondhand as well, which is great too. Which is what I told my friend, that I was using a bit of secondhand fabric. Yeah, and she was very happy about that. She really appreciated that. I just really like the fact that now that I'm down here and I'm able to find all of these really good stores that have like secondhand fabrics and like liquidation stores for fabric stores as well. I was really glad that I was able to get that wadding, this one here, this wadding, and I already had all of the other bits and pieces for this whole corset. So I think the only thing that I got new for this was the lining and the boning for it. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. Definitely saves on shipping, that's for sure. All right, I have been on live now for an hour, and I need to get up and go for a bit of a walk because my feet are killing me. So I am going to head off from here now. I will finish doing these a little bit later, but I need to get up and move for a little bit. So thank you so much for joining me on live, and I will be back once a week. So bye everyone.